So, Rogers, can
Yeah.
you tell me of a time you spotted a great business opportunity, or you had this idea and you thought you could hook lots of people or make lots of money out of it?
Yeah, by then I remember there was such a situation. I think you've been working on something to do with skincare.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. That's
So I can
precisely why I'm asking that question.
so I can actually use my own situation. When
Yeah.
I was in campus, I had some help money somewhere, so I thought, why not make some extra money? So I saw this opportunity where there's a youth sporting event, and you know the way they normally make regular things like
Yeah.
chicken, like chapati, mandazi, and I was like, why not make something different?
Yeah.
So I found a magazine, and then I found something called peanut rice balls. So it's basically just peanuts and rice, yeah. And I made
Really?
balls,
Okay.
and I made 2 buckets, yeah. And I went there and I was so excited, like, I'm going to triple this money, you know, I'm going to be rich. And guess how many I sold?
I think like 12 or 15.
Not really, actually sold just 2. Yeah, and then I had to actually, yeah, it's okay. Actually had to give the rest to friends and family.
So, Rogers, looking back, what do you think you could have done differently?
So instead of just having made assumptions and created a product, we'll have gone and just engaged with these young people. And even as we enjoyed these different meals, I would have asked them what they wish was there in those meals and gathered enough information to actually go home and do more research and find out what sample can I come up with that I can take back to them. And basically, as they sample whatever I've come up with, I would still keep on improving whatever they're saying. And out of that, I can actually come up with something that people can buy. And that's basically what we're going to be talking about today, which is human-centered design, where it's not just jumping to solutions, it's more of first figuring out what do people want, what do they need, and then coming up with something possible that you can test. Yeah.
Okay, so Rogers, how would you advise me, someone who has this business idea,
Yeah.
how can I use human-centered design to validate the assumptions I have about my business?
Well, there are a couple of steps that you would take. So step number 1 is something we call immersion. Yeah. So the thing is, like for in your case, I know you have friends who are facing this. They're using different skincare products.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
So I'd go to them and just find out like which products do they use, which frustrations do they have using those products, and out of that, I know you normally make these samples. Yeah. So I'd go and do something called ideation. So based on that information, I'll just think through and see, okay, what could be possible solutions for whatever they've said.
Yes.
And then I would move now into something called prototyping, where I'd make a sample. Yeah, you can make a sample and take it back to them, which they can test over a period of time and give you feedback. And then over time, you'll keep on improving until you come up with something that you can actually implement. Yeah. And then you can start selling that. And basically, that's the steps that I would use. Immersion, then I would ideate, then I would basically prototype, and then out of having confirmed something that works, I would implement. So we'll go through these 4 steps in more detail later on.
I honestly can't wait to try it out, and I'll definitely get back to you and let you know how things go.
And I can't wait to just see what comes out of all this.
I also can't wait. I am so excited.